Just the way you came. Easy. Neither. Yeah, me too, buddy. There's a part a little bit later in the game that is also like decent for grinding humanity, but it's later in the game. Fuck. Alright. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, I got my laptop back today. Type. Yeah. Well, one day I was just in bed with kind of in bed with Brett, online in bed with Brett. Um, we were trying to watch a movie and my laptop just wasn't connecting well, like at all. It was like super slow, and then it shut off and didn't turn back on. When I tried to turn it back on, it was like, oh, could not find a boot device. So fast forward like 8 months, and I took it into Geek Squad, and uh, one of the guys was like, oh yeah, let me just try and back this up, and just in case it fails when we try and test it, because that happens sometimes. 30 seconds later, he's like, oh yeah, this thing's dead. Seems fucked. So I bought a new hard drive, and they installed it. I mean, it's more like been exploded. I still have it in case I come across a spare like $3,000 that I don't need to spend on anything else. I can happen to your computer. Mm. Yep. That hurts. That hurts to hear you say. Damn. Rip. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Same. That's actually exactly what you know the story of my last computer. Literally right as you agreed to fucking literally the same conversation. You were like, "All right, I'll buy Overwatch. How much is it?" And like 2 minutes later, my computer just fucking shuts itself down and literally never fucking turned itself back on. Which is another hard drive, actually two hard drives that I still have if I ever want to try and recover them. Honestly, we should have taken that as a sign. Bad game. Bad game. Bad game. Bad game. Bad the game. That would not have been fun to play. Oh, I'm in. Ah, I, I. You know what? I'm drinking. I'm gonna fucking make sure it's. Mhm. Yeah, it's usually one every like 20 minutes, it seems. So, yeah, it's lots of fun. How do you add tags? Oh, shit. To like a stream. What tag should I, how do you spell Scolio? Mm, no, not schizophrenia. Close, though. And add ADHD as a tag. That's a great idea. I'll bring in all the other tags should I stream that are funny. I add back pain. I can't add back pain as a fucking tag. So fucking sick of not being represented. Chronic illness. God, me too. Same. Same. There's some crazy random fucking tags that they have there. Shit. Bernie's just gonna be in town. He's gonna be in Illinois this weekend. And I brought it up with CJ, like, hey, you should come hang out. And he was like, oh yeah, I've been talking to Deverey to see if you wanted to hang out sometime in the next, like, few months. That's literally all. Well, if you do, let me know, because I've only got 8 hours this week at work. Not fun. Uh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? That's a good idea, but, like, that's very concerning that that's happening. Period. Mhm. Me too. Mm. No, it's too late. I'm degrading. Damn. Yeah, well, and that could be. That could be. That would be lame. If your woes have been wooed. How much of a drive is it for you? Oh, okay. Country roads. Um, I mean, yeah, yeah. I stopped taking the highway because I don't have like an iPass for Illinois, and they charge you for both entering and trying to exit. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's bad. Yeah, bad. I mean, I've always been kind of like really against that shit, like tolls and shit. But recently, like, I went to a concert out in Wisconsin, and uh, me and me and Brandon both drove, and it was gonna be like 2.5 hours if I didn't take the highway. So I just borrowed my sister's iPass, and there were a couple tolls, but you know, honestly, it's worth not having to drive fucking 2.5 hours both ways. But still, for something like that, I guess I would use an iPass. But if it's like for how often I drive to the airport, if I take the highway, it'll be like 50 minutes. If I don't, it'll be like 70. Like I don't mind the extra little bit. I should probably switch to small. Oh, I wait. Yeah, gonna use the Minecraft server. It kinda sucks. I kinda like the range of it, but oh my god. Just having that equipped makes slow roll so bad. So bad. Not where I'm from. I don't like the wind up. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's okay, Deverey. They won't hurt you anymore. We're out of Blighttown. Period. Like not even just in the game, period. Like in life. Actually true. Damn. Well, I think a big part of that was probably go outside. It's just so fucking tough when you spend a lot of time working hard at work. You just want to come home and relax all the time. Yeah. Do you drink a lot of caffeine? Okay. Coffee or something? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Oh, well. Also, like, the amount of caffeine isn't really as comparable to an energy drink. That's good. That's good, yeah. Tastes like fucking... Water is the definition of tastes like good. Actually, something else, and this probably has a lot to do with your work, but I know, like, even outside of work, I drank a lot more water when I worked at a warehouse. Like, when I did more physical work, drinking water was just more generally, like, on the mind. Not, like, not more appealing, per se, but, like, I thought about water a lot more. Well, yeah, if you're gonna hydrate, you don't want an energy drink. True. I don't I don't touch the Sunny. Sunny's trash. Mhm. That's fair. Yeah. Oh, bet. Yeah, that's a good shit. Um, maybe. Uh, I don't have enough strength to use it technically either. I'm just, yeah, I'm 2 away, but yeah, two-handing it is working out fine. Yeah, I love that game. Yeah, you got very much fucked up by the RNG when we played yesterday. Or yes, whenever we played. I'm still in shock at how much, like, you just didn't get anything. It's easy to repair that shit. Yeah, the problem was, like, I wasn't paying it a lot of attention the whole time, so I didn't really realize it happened until you brought it up. And I was like, oh wait, yeah, Deverey's been getting fucked. Not the good kind. Yeah. Me too. Yeah, I remember that. I was like, I felt like I was paying more attention to the fucking, like, conversation your wife was having with you than you were. I could just tell. I could just tell. I was like, oh, Deverey's gonna be struggling with this one. Just have one of those, like, very forced conversations, and it's like, uh-huh, yeah, mm-hmm, yeah, honey, mm-hmm. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Damn, that's crazy. M Meanwhile, she just asked her, like, the same question 5 times. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And when you're actually talking about the game, usually angry, you go off about the game. Every detail. You mean Devery? Ow. Ow. Rat bastard. Bat rastard. Oh. Oh. That is the stuff. Well, I would like to preface... What? Oh, okay. Said my Xbox controller was removed. Confused. I'd like to preface this by saying I haven't gotten any yet. Like, right now. I have 25. Oh. Actually, I forgot about this, but having, like, the number of humanity you have, the number in the top left, apparently that increases, like, drops from monsters. So, I'm gonna do 4. I just used a couple of my twin humanities. I don't think so. He didn't mention that. Oh, I'm not. Um, I am that in real life, and I can tell you it's not. Not at. It's not at there. Depression never hurt anyone. um, 4096, good year. Did you ever get that other bonfire, the one that I stay at? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Which the other one isn't as far, but there's like 3 less enemies to deal with, so. Yeah. I don't even know if it's really shorter. Maybe by like a few rungs, but... Yeah. I mean, as long as you don't die and fucking lose it, it doesn't really matter. I also should say, Jacob said that, but I'm not sure if it was like chance to get rare stuff or that. Just probably just 99. Unless you die. Well, when you die, if you like go back to get your souls, you get it all back. Whatever, like if you had 3, but also you would lose your humanity, so you would have to use another to like reverse the hollowing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Be nice if the drop chance was more than one. Yeah. Fuck it, we're going crazy. I got fucking 5 hummus. Dude, it's like 5 humid out here. You live in the Midwest. Damn, but true. Fucked up if true. Yeah. Yeah, me and CJ were reminiscing on that the other day. The fact that like I fucking got one, let's go. Me, him, like Caleb, Daniel, maybe not Daniel, I don't remember. It was mostly me, him, and Caleb riding our bikes, like to fucking Walgreens or to like the parks we have nearby. And now the most walking I get is to CJ's house. Which is like half a block away. It's tough being a gamer. Honestly, it's tough being. B. But what the fuck do they do with their free time? Yeah, but like, you and I probably spend what like 5-6 hours on average, 5-6 hours a day with like fucking YouTube, video games, etc., etc. I people don't run for 5 or 6 hours just because they're bored. Yeah, that's true. Gross. Yeah, that's true. I just don't hear people talking about shit like that. Right. Right. That's true. Maybe this is me just speaking from ADHD, but like, there's nothing. I mean, there's other good hobbies out there, but there's nothing quite as stimulating as video games. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's either that, but like, even then, like I can't really watch too much YouTube for too long. Like if I watch, honestly, I just don't know what else to watch. It's like just watching people play games after like an hour and a half or 2 hours or something, unless it's like something particularly funny, I don't get to stay that interested for that long. Series as in... Oh, yeah. Holy shit. Oh, if you watch everything, I'll, like, your subs upload. You're sub to me on YouTube, right? Oh, oh, oh. Get ready to lose a lot of your time. Yes. Yeah. It- yeah, that's gonna be a big tough one. God damn. I know there was a Twitch channel that I followed for a while that was just like a 24/7 thing of like a bot someone programmed to basically get to the far lands on its own. People would just watch it as it went. Yeah, it would navigate around like pits and stuff. There were a couple times where it like died, and I guess you could like go and watch, like look at the timeline to see the points where it died. I think when I watched, it had died 3 times. Once or twice may have been to a glitch, I'm not entirely sure. Probably. That was like, that happened like a year ago though, as well. Well, that's the thing, it's always like looking at the ground so it knows where it's going. Oh, Um, I've had, so far, with the 5 humanity, I've had a lot of success. I think since, like, in the last 5 minutes alone, I've gotten 4 humanity. Maybe 10 minutes. Oh, well, I'm going to 7 then. Well, I said 7, but I'm going to 8. Shouldn't have gone to 8. Watch us both die and lose all the humanity we just fucking wasted. Yeah, but imagine us, like, both dying twice. Using our fucking humanity. Not true. Not true. We would take, like, a week break. You like to consider that you like to think that you're good at yourself. Good, you yourself are good at the game, correct? No, I mean like just in general. You like to think that you're pretty good at the game. No? Yeah. Oh. Oh. And I was gonna lead it into like, well, if you think you're good, you could just kill yourself and say like, oh, the guy who killed me is really good. But then you said, no, I'm fucking terrible, and that ruined the whole fucking bit. You're not that bad. Like for you're a new player, that's for sure, but like you're not bad at all for a new player. Yeah, yeah. Are you close? What? Fuck. So I don't know if like I remember before when I had the 5 humanity or whatever, it like I did like 10 rounds without shit, and then I started getting one like every other round. So it might take you a while, but I've been I've been raking them in. I mean, I'll give you my humanity if you want to trade the whole thumb. Never mind. Yes. Wait. God, I just realized. For some reason, OBS hasn't been picking up your audio. So I've literally just been talking to myself this whole time. Oh, that might be a Discord thing.
I don't hear myself.
There you are.
Whoops. That is.
I turned on the audio for you to hear yourself saying, I don't hear myself.
Fuck. Well, we didn't need anything I said. All I talked about was how I suck at this game.
Damn it. I'm so
These.
sad.
Oh, you live and you learn. I'm just sad I didn't notice earlier.
Sad I didn't notice earlier.
But I'm like actually like listening to the stream. So I'm like, oh, everything seems fine. I hear Johnny, so it's probably fine.
Oh, I'm glad I figured it out now and not like tomorrow.
True. And this whole higher chance bullshit is bullshit. I've gotten one in the last like 5 minutes.
Oh, there's another one. Hell yeah.
Uh,
I'm on top of the 8 that I have equipped, I have 32 now.
why?
What?
That's,
Oh.
that was weird. I saw that on the stream.
Dark Soul machine broke. Shit.
Was it ever really working?
Yeah, it's just not for you.
True.
Not in your
Which is
favor.
why they don't want to give me any humanity.
Not that they don't want to. No, it's definitely that they don't want to, actually.
And one of the people who I watch regularly on YouTube,
Oh.
they like upload content of them playing like Smash Bros.
Hmm.
But like they'll like play songs from like random games that are pretty good. And for the last video that they uploaded, they actually played the fucking title theme for Battle Block Theater, and I'm like, yeah,
Hell yeah. It's such a banger.
it's so good. And like I did not expect I know that the game's actually like it's decently
It's
popular, but
okay. Well,
I didn't think that many people knew about it.
I don't. It's not nearly. I don't think it's nearly as popular as like Castle Crashers.
True.
And then
Guess
the game after that is even less popular.
what game do they have after that?
Hit people.
Oh, I've never even heard of that.
Oh, I just got to humanity from that run.
Oh my fucking god, bro! Whose dick did you suck to have to get this shit? This is bullshit. I'll suck. I'll my mouth's open wide, dude. I'll stick my tongue out and everything.
All right, come over.
Yes, give me your humanity. I will suck it out of your
Not just the
penis.
humanity.
This game sucks. I hate it.
Game sucks. Game sucks. Game sucks.
Game's bad. Also, I'm glad we didn't try to play yesterday because I fucking like clockwork. Fucking Spectrum had a scheduled outage so they can like do
You have
maintenance
fucking
and shit.
Spectrum too? Oh my god.
Yeah. Honestly, Spectrum's fine like 90% of the time, except for when they have fucking outages because they want to do maintenance in the middle of the night. They're like, oh, everyone's sleeping. I'm going to be using the
Don't they
internet.
have those outages like once a fucking month though?
Exactly. And it's always like there's like between 12 o'clock and fucking 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll just
It's like,
go
oh,
fuck myself.
no one important is gonna be awake at this time.
Exactly.
Fucking
That fucking what are they? Not a first shifter. They should get a life. And I'm like, okay, you told me to kill myself. I'll do it.
yeah, Silver, who is also in Wisconsin, always like constantly talks shit about Spectrum because they just randomly just take a shit on themselves.
Always. And plus, their deals suck. No one wants cable, and home phone's dead.
Home phone is so fucking dead.
They actually dead. Like the only times home phone I feel, in my personal opinion, that is good is where like if don't have a cell phone, but everyone's gonna have a cell phone.
Right. It's
But I
like
guess
it's specifically I'd say only for like older people that like still have a home phone, never wanted to spend like the $1,000 or whatever to get a smartphone, which is fair, and
Mhm.
like would use the smartphone as much as they use like the same way they use their home phone.
Yeah.
That's fair, but still, 10 times out of 9, people are going to have smartphones.
Yeah. And I can understand the use of a home phone as well as like an emergency, like something that's always there kind of thing. But if that's the case, it's way too fucking expensive for that. Literally,
Yeah,
like $20 a month for me to use something that I'm never actually going to use. Like it's not. It's the price itself isn't bad. It's just justifying
like
spending that much.
with the money you save from that, you could buy a smartphone, like
True,
a next gen smartphone.
man. I haven't thought about getting a new phone in like my entire life, probably, because I got an insurance plan on my phone. So I've been slowly upgrading phones on like what is the oldest in terms of modern phones via my phone's dying and
Oh
me
yeah,
making an insurance claim. So like,
and
but I can't
by getting the oldest model, you're that much more likely to have it break down and need a new one.
exactly.
Chip
Just
in
like
the system.
it makes me wonder, like,
No, I mean I'm the same way. I've had the last time I got my phone replaced was probably like 4 or 5 years ago at this point, and even then I went from an iPhone 6s to a different iPhone 6s,
I think in the last
and
four.
recently it's been like really just struggling more than usual. So I'm
Mhm.
thinking about getting a new phone, but even then it's probably not going to happen
Is Apple
until
throttling
another
your shit?
year. A little bit. A little bit.
Those bastards.
Oh,
I think in the last like 4 years, I've gone through like 5 phones, and that's just because like I'll drop them, and like usually they'll be fine, but there's always that one time where I drop a phone like once in like 2 months, and then the screen explodes on itself.
yeah.
I'm like,
Actually,
well, shit.
surprisingly, I've dropped my phone quite a bit, and it's still fine.
And what?
It's an
Well, you
iPhone.
have better. Yeah, better phones than. Oh, well, I won't say better anymore because you just told me it was an iPhone. I forgot about that.
And like the corners of the glass, not like the actual screen part, because you know how like the
Hmm.
phones will have like the top and bottom section that aren't screen.
Yeah.
Like couple like those two corners are like slightly cracked, but not even to the point where like I can still rub my finger over it and it's completely smooth.
Yeah,
And
I got you.
I've
It's like
had like
superficial.
like 4 years of me dropping my phone. And I actually went, I think, like a year and a half without a case, dropping my phone.
I still like that's one of the bad things about having a phone that's a bit older and kind of off-brandy. It's really hard to find a case that actually fits. So most of
Oh
my
yeah,
phones don't have a case because like they got like buttons, not in like weird places, but like different sizes to most phones. So
yeah.
it's like really fucking hard to find
Just get an
like the
iPhone.
right kind of case. No, fuck Apple. You will never find me getting an Apple product like
I
ever. I
don't blame
actually
you.
hate
Fuck
Apple.
Apple. Yeah. I bet you
Like
go to
they
the
have
doctor a lot then. Fucking.
true. Like if Apple just
Never do you get the
if they
joke? Before we move on, do you get the joke?
go to the
An
doctor.
apple a day keeps the doctor away. Every
Oh, I see.
laugh.
Uh,
Okay, good. Let's continue.
uh, no, if Apple actually like played nice with other people and like made their shit not only inclusive to itself and also wasn't a shitty company, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'll use an Apple or some sort. And also, it's expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would be a lot more on board with like a not mainstream phone like service or whatever. You know, like the big ones are probably like Apple, Android, and like maybe like Microsoft or like who else makes phones?
Google.
I know there's the Google Pixel. Didn't Microsoft make phones for a little bit?
I don't know. I know Spectrum makes phones.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, they're like no one's buying a home phone, so time to give them cell phone.
What's your phone?
What do I have? A smartphone? I think it's the Samsung.
Oh,
I think it was just made by Android. I don't fucking know.
it's an Android made by Samsung,
Yeah,
not an Samsung Android.
I don't fucking know. All these things are names and they mean nothing to me.
Okay, boomer.
Fuck you, Zoomer.
Actually, I'm a doomer.
Is that what they
'Cause
call them these
I'm
days?
fucking doomed
Dude, we're all
for
doomed.
success.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, that's the worst kind of being doomed. Doomed to be successful.
Yeah?
Doomed to matter in this world.
God, I can't fucking imagine. What pain.
Dude, I hope when I die, I can see like something that was like, these are the potential lives you could have lived if this one tiny thing had happened or didn't happen.
That would suck, though.
Like, honestly,
Because
like,
you'll
you
spend
know, if
you'll spend literally the rest of your life trying to live with your decisions. Like, oh,
no, no,
I
I
could
mean
only
like
do so
after you
much.
die.
I
Like
know,
after you.
I know, but like, you spend your whole life kind of just like settling in and being like, I'm happy with my decisions. I made my decisions in a good way, and then they show you, yeah, you picked the worst timeline. And you have to
Like,
you literally can't you have to spend the rest of your dead eternity being a sad piece of shit.
I mean, okay, if you look at it all morbidly and sadly like that, it'd be kind of fucked. But I think it would be interesting to be like, if you didn't, if you, when you were randomly walking that one day, if you had turned left instead of right, you actually would have been like a fucking really famous game developer who like made the best game known to man for zero reason. Or like if you instead of skipping that one day of class so that way you could hang out with your friends, if you had went there, you actually would have become the person who solved cancer.
That doesn't make
I
any
just,
sense.
sure. I just thought it'd be interesting. Or like if
Yeah,
you had
no, that would
decided
be dumb. God wouldn't do that.
if you decided to go to work on this day instead of skipping, you
Oh,
actually would have gotten into a horrible accident and been a potato for the next 7 years before you died.
damn, I knew I shouldn't have like, fucking skipped that day of work. Should have gone in.
Saying potato me, bro.
Humanity check?
Um, 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're back up to where you started before you started using the humanity, though.
Yeah. I was at 5 like 2 minutes ago, so
Yep.
at the very least, they're coming. Every time I look at like YouTube videos that were made back in like 2010 or like earlier, I'm like, damn, this was the golden age.
Actually, though.
Like this was actually back when no one gave a shit and everything was like super edgy.
Yeah, back
I
when
actually
people being loud just equaled funny.
true. Or like you could be offensive and still be tactful about it instead of being offensive and everyone's like, "Oh, you're actually the worst person ever since like Hitler." Those are the edgy days of YouTube. I actually miss those days.
I know you do, Deverey.
Cause like they weren't even bad. Like the jokes, I don't know, the jokes just hit different back then. Now everything's like I
Adult.
don't know. No, it's like no, everything's just safe. Like everyone's being sheltered and I don't know. I get this is probably the old crotchety in me being like, oh,
Absolutely is.
everyone should just fucking
Like,
take a joke.
I don't like change.
I mean, change is fine. It's just when the entire world's covered in bubble wrap, it's hard to have fun anymore.
Bubble wrap is fun as hell. What the fuck are you talking
It's
about?
fun to pop. It's not fun to wear.
Mm, you're insulting my Halloween costume now, aren't you?
If that's your Halloween costume, maybe.
Yes, my $6 Halloween costume was absolutely worth the 20 minutes that I wore it and ripped it off and threw it away immediately.
Nice. Like I'm torn. I'm at this point in my life where I'm torn between telling everyone to lighten up, or if I should just like be more considerate. Because neither seems to be working so far. Because I tell people to lighten up, they're like, oh! But then I try to be more considerate, and I'm like, man, life sucks. I want to kill myself. If I can't be
Well,
offensive, what's the point of living?
I mean, that's just life.
Yeah,
Life is not wanting to be alive.
I mean, just
If you want to live, are you really living?
I'd say so.
Wrong.
You're incorrect. Your opinion doesn't count.
Go get your stuff fucked.
Go receive coitus.
Did I tell you about the guy um, back when people actually like, well, people being Brit and that's all, played Splitgate with me. Um, I was doing particularly well one match. We were kind of like half having a conversation, but I was like really focused on the game. So I was
Mm-hmm.
doing the short responses that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So I was having a pretty good game, and some guy, this is like the Splitgate equivalent of quick play, and this guy
Oh
starts
boy.
fucking yelling at me, like getting so mad that I'm going so try hard, telling me go get a job,
The
and
optimal
like
response.
the full fucking get a job, get a fucking life, go
My
have
favorite.
sex, touch grass, etc., etc.
So stop being a basement dwelling gremlin, you fucking neckbeard.
That's what
I
I
love
was.
those
That I
people.
was like. I like came. It was a day after I came home from work, and I was playing video games with my girlfriend.
No, he
And
wouldn't
he's
have
like,
believed any of that. He's like, fucking, have you ever
"Gotta go
seen
run
a
and get a job."
vagina? That's my favorite. Making fun of people's virginity. Virginity?
Virginity.
Yeah, that one.
I feel like it absolutely hits different when you're like talking to your friends that definitely aren't virgins. And
It's a lot
it's
funnier.
like 10 times funnier.
Like your person who's been like you're friends with like someone who's been married for like a few years. You're like, dude,
It's
you've never
fucking
even
virgin.
fucking touched the ass, have you?
Yeah, I bet you
Dude,
don't even know what an ass is. Yeah.
bro, the only thing your dick has been inside is your own hands. Fuck. More virgin jokes.
Fucking
You beat
yeah.
off in your own mouth, don't you?
I bet you use the telephone company Virgin Mobile. Fucking
Oh,
oh.
dude, that's a bit mean. Actually, you should
I
apologize.
bet you fly on Virgin Airlines.
Oh
Uh,
no,
on
that one's
vacation to the Virgin
to the
Islands.
Virgin Islands. Oh, did you use your Virgin Mobile to call in the flight on the Virgin Airlines to go to the Virgin Islands? You just string it all together, but make it flow better than I said
Yeah,
it. There's potential there.
having fucking 5 course meals with virgin olive oil.
No, you say, oh, you don't even like alcohol. You're gonna have a fucking Virgin Mary, aren't you?
Yeah, and I bet you know French too.
Um, what?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't
I
get
bet you
that
don't
one.
get it because you're a virgin.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, man. Imagine, I wish I was a virgin just so I could be all like, yeah, I'm 20 something and a virgin. I'm sad, but I'm cool, right? I'm like halfway there to becoming a wizard because that's what you get when you're 40, right?
What?
You know, if you're like 40 years old and you're still a virgin, you get like wizard powers.
No,
No, it's like historically accurate too. If you like go
no.
that long, and you're still a virgin, you actually become like
No,
Gandalf and some shit.
every wizard I've ever met has had multiple sex before they were 30.
Well, I mean, after you become the wizard, you're able to have sex.
No, like before they were 30.
Oh, then they're cheating, and they need to be reported to the DM.
They were the DM.
Oh, well, that's probably. Oh, there's your problem. You need a new DM. I bet your D20 is loaded too. It always lands on one.
That seems like it would be very non-beneficial.
Yeah, that's why the DM loaded it, because he's cheating. He just wants to see everyone explode.
Same. Man, I can't tell if I have a headache right now or not.
No, give it like 5 minutes.
It's been like 20 minutes. I have like like in my head I have like the pressure. Like it feels like your head's kind of being squeezed when you have a headache, but not actually like the pain.
No, it might be your sinuses.
Oh, it's almost definitely my sinuses.
Sounds like what you need are a couple good sneezes. Sounds like you gotta get the pepper out.
I'm probably gonna take a shower. Now clear it up. Wes,
Think.
oh, okay. Back in the game.
Nice. It's crazy how, as a kid, like how much like I revered every adult being like, "Oh, how do they know exactly what they're doing at all points in time?"
No, sir.
The, the trade secret was no one
They're
knows what they're
not.
doing. They just some are better at pretending like they do than others.
I think that's another like really big like misconception with relationships too.
Like in
Like
terms of like,
assuming that all relationships are like perfect and happy and there's no issues.
oh yeah,
And
definitely.
like you get a relationship and you're fucking all
Nine
your
times out of ten, it's
like
gonna fail.
you're never like fucking you're never stressed or your stress goes down 90%, shit like that. That's not always the case.
I almost kind of feel
Especially
like
with a lot of my relationships in the past. It's
I almost
not
kind
the
of feel
case.
like an extracurricular class from like senior year of high school should be like relationship advice class. Just so that way you can form like not just for like significant others, but also with like peers and friends and stuff. Just so that way you can kind of
Well,
learn the because like you'd be surprised at how many people don't know the do's and don'ts for like maintaining a proper relationship, especially
well,
like by college.
I think the issue with that is there are actually like a lot of people that go against those like conventions and are completely fine with it. And there's a lot of relationships that end up like going against that shit, like polygamous shit. People that are into fucking like
Oh no,
having
no, I
multiple
don't.
people, like just like even the most basic shit like fucking table manners is so variant in a lot of people's like relationship preferences.
I'm talking about like in terms of how you approach like problems. Like if you and someone else are
Oh yeah,
disagreeing about something, the not the first thing to do is to throw hands. Like you don't want to like just like
yeah.
real like kind of like the basic idea of like you don't want to add fuel to the flame in terms of trying to maintain a relationship just because your first emotion is to fucking blow everything up.
So I think that's true that it would be nice to have like some kind of class like that for people. I don't think that's specifically for relationships though. I think that's also something that comes seeded from like parenting issues. Like if someone's parents just didn't really teach them how to regulate their emotions, then something like that is going to happen. And that probably won't specifically be with like dating relationships. That's probably something that'll happen with like people. If you can't kind of regulate yourself, that's something that'll just happen a lot.
That makes sense. Huh. All
Uh-oh.
right, back.
All right.
All right, I'm back. I was saying
Welcome back.
goodnight to Angelique.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got 15 humanities. It's picking up.
Damn, okay. Yeah, see? Turns out that rumor was correct.
It just took its sweet ass time coming into effect.
So you said you have how many?
15.
Okay. We're getting closer to there.
What are you at?
Don't worry about it.
Is it like 40 something?
No.
46? Jesus Christ.
Talking about.
It's a lot of humanities.
It's about 47 more than I have in real life.
At least you have. Oh, never mind. -1 humanities.
At least you have -1.
There's this message that's like right here by the ladder, and I keep seeing it. What is it? Tough enemy ahead? No, he literally fell through the floor for me. He's a pussy ass bitch.
So scared that he fucking broke the laws of reality to escape you.
For some reason. And I was very threatening, me and my fucking 2 hit points and my axe at the time.
And my axe.
Yeah, my bow.
Okay, so Devery, I know your view of me is gonna go down like 10% because I know you don't like it when people recommend you like shows and music and shit.
Oh, here it comes.
But I don't give a shit.
It's
You've
tanking.
you said you've been watching stuff, I know, and I feel like since you've been watching Arby and the Chief, that's a big part of like a big important part of Halo media history. At some point, whether you want to watch it with me or not, you should watch Red versus Blue. Really
No.
think you would like the show. It's very quotable, and I feel like that's like 50% of your humor.
It's been forced on me by CJ, but you're right. It is
With the quotable humor or being the chief?
the quotable humor.
Okay.
That's all. That's all him forcing quotes down my throat. And
Yeah.
if you ever heard me say that, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm never going to show you anything ever again."
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yes, Red
I
versus Blue.
probably will, but if I do, it'd probably be like 'cause I usually watch that kind of stuff like on my breaks at work or like at home when I'm not doing anything else.
Fair, fair, fair.
Yeah, I usually watch in solitude like a fucking loner.
You can burn it.
But actually, I might after I finish RB and the Chief, I'll add it.
Yeah, go to your, just add it to your list of Halo.
List of Halo. My game list though is kind of. I'm thinking about the different lists I have. It's like a watch list and a gaming list. The gaming list is fucking stupid.
Watch list, game list, hit list, shit list.
True. Getting shit off my game list is hard just because like commitments. Like
Yeah.
there's so few days where I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna be by myself and not do anything.
Mhm. I also have an issue with that because like my mood changes a lot, and there's a lot of games I want to like fully commit myself to, and like if I'm not in the same mood I was when I started the game, then it just won't feel right.
Me
And
too.
I'll play it and it's just not fun, not enjoyable, I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, it's
It's
unfortunate that
tough.
that tends to be the way it is.
Tough being a gamer these days.
It's like on a weekend, I'll wake up and I'm like, man, I really want to play this game, but I'll play it after I watch these YouTube videos, and then I watch like two like just like 15-minute long videos. I'm like, man, I don't want to play this game
It's like,
anymore. I
wow,
want to do
I'm
something
literally not tired at all, and I still want to sleep for 8 hours.
else. Oh, yeah, for some reason I'm always tired, but like, thankfully, going to sleep is pretty easy most of the
Oh,
time.
yeah. So you know
Sorry.
how that's a complete lie and that's not true at all for me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Lately, it's been actually like 100 times worse because I've been having this specific issue with my back. And I literally can't sleep in the same position for like more than an hour without waking up.
So I take it the
And it's,
chiropractor visit
well,
didn't do much.
I never actually ended up visiting the chiropractor. I called them
Oh,
the other day and I left a message. Never got back to me.
the big sad.
So I gotta call back again tomorrow. Because, like, it's not fun. It's definitely better than it was a while ago. I've been taking some, like, 2-year-old medication that my dad had for his back,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps. But, like, I mean, it's not fixing my back. So I
Yeah.
need to do something to fix my back. Like if you have a steamroller anywhere nearby.
No, it would destroy you when you fix your back.
Oh, God. Fight fire with fire.
Your experience with your back kind of reminds me of my experiences with my tooth, because like for like the longest time I would always randomly have fucking toothaches,
Oh,
and there's still like things that happen occasionally.
Oh.
Since I got my wisdom teeth and like two cracked teeth in my mouth pulled, it hasn't
Oh
happened
shit.
as much.
Oh, okay.
But there was a resurfacing and fucking random toothaches that happened like a month ago, and now that's
Mm.
kind of like a coming and going kind of thing. It makes me really sad because toothaches have plagued me for like all of my adult life,
And toothaches are like really bad too, because the worse they get, the more it affects like your entire body.
like your whole fucking life. Like honestly, like I've honestly gotten
Mm.
to the point to where like small toothaches don't even bother me. Like stuff that
Oh
would
yeah.
bother normal people, I'm like, yeah, it's chicken shit.
Yeah, it's like a fucking mosquito bite
Yeah,
compared to
like like the
because
shit.
don't the really bad toothaches give you like a fucking massive migraine, right?
Well, for me, it's not really like a migraine. It just feels like someone's constantly elbowing me in the jaw, like all
Ugh.
the time in the same spot.
Oh
And it's like
god.
every like, and you feel like the heartbeat in it. Those are the really bad ones, and I haven't had those in a while,
Yeah, where it
thankfully.
like fucking feels like it's pulsating.
Exactly.
Um,
Shit's bad.
I know you've probably been told this like a million times, but you should probably get it checked out. It might be like an infection thing.
Yeah, it was back then, and that's why I got all those teeth removed.
Did
But
they
like,
remove the infection?
I don't know, but I did.
Oh,
But what did happen was, I had an abscess that grew because of my wisdom teeth growing in, and then causing the infection to spread to like certain parts of my mouth. I had like this huge abscess on my chin that they had to cut and drain. They filled it with gauze, and then like they said it should be fine after I took these antibiotics.
holy
And
shit.
weirdly enough, it was fine afterwards. But
That's
I did occasionally,
crazy.
yeah, like it was horrible. I looked like a frog for like the longest time, and it was
That's
all
odd.
filled. It was like, oh no, it was filled with pus, and every time I opened my
Oh,
mouth, it like oozed. It was
oh,
disgusting. It was absolutely the worst,
damn.
and plus it hurt. Like that was probably the worst
Mm,
fucking
that sounds
like
fucking
almost month of
terrible.
my life. God. But yeah, after that, the two things I got were never really that bad, but I did still get some. And
Yeah.
then I when I got my current dental plan at my current work, that's when I was like, just get all them out, all the wisdom teeth, all the cracked teeth, just pull them
Just
all out of
fucking
my head.
all the
I don't
teeth.
want them no more.
Get just
Exactly. Give me
fucking
fucking dentures.
get a flamethrower, melt the goddamn
Yeah.
mouth bones out of me.
Yeah.
I know that fucking mood. Like, I if I could live without it, I would absolutely like get my fucking spine removed.
Damn, that's
This
a
shit's
mood.
not worth it.
I feel you. Like being able to stand up straight is not worth the pain.
Yeah, I fucking wish standing up straight was the only issue.
Being able to move my
Did I
back at all is not worth it.
did I did I tell the story of that one day that I had to fucking leave work because literally moving at all was too painful?
I'm not sure.
Like when you have kind of like a sore muscle and you like move it and it kind of like sends shock waves of pain through the area.
I don't know if I've ever gotten anything like
Oh,
that
oh,
specifically.
well, it was really bad in my entire upper, lower back, and my neck, my shoulders, everything. I literally could not move. I couldn't. Like I actually drove to work. I like took some painkillers and drove to work, and I couldn't turn my head. I couldn't turn my back to like check my blind spot.
Oof.
Literally every light bump in the road would be like sending pain up my fucking spine into my neck.
Damn.
And I told the like not really manager, almost basically like the owner of the store that I work at. I told him like I literally can't move without my body hurting. I was there for like a half hour and he was like getting upset with me for trying to leave.
Mm, what a bitch.
Mhm.
It's kind of fucked. It's like I'm literally dying, and you're
Yeah,
telling me to work
and
more.
like, oh, I don't know, you've already taken a day or two off so far. All right, whatever. I mean, I know it's retail, but
But I'm dying.
they push this huge agenda in all the trainings about like, oh, we want to make sure you're taken care of because you can't bring your whole self to work if you're not like physically and mentally healthy. And then
Mhm.
that shit happens, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's all like literally bullshit.
Just kidding. We want you to just work. We don't care how you're feeling.
Yeah,
Just fucking work.
love capitalism.
It's pretty fucking stupid.
Did I tell I told you about my coworker named CJ, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's a his name is CJ, big like nerdy guy.
You're talking about like
Vic,
actual
pretty
CJ?
no, my like a guy I work with named like everyone calls him CJ.
Mm.
Very nerdy and geeky. Like pretty fairly bitter, just like generally bitter. Pretty
So
pretty
he's
similar to
so
CJ.
normal CJ.
Uh, Constantly talks shit about capitalism and like government and politics. Um, so yeah, I think I found CJ's non-identical twin.
Let's go. Now we just need them in the same place. See if they're the same person.
They'd probably get along a lot,
Yeah.
or maybe not. I don't know if CJ would get along with himself.
Dude, I'd be my own best fucking friend.
I feel like Angeli would have competition if you had a clone.
Probably. Mm, I'd be like, man, the only person who I've ever loved more than you is myself.
That's literally as gay as you can get.
I know, and we ain't homophobic out here. I love gay.
We ain't homophobic, we hydrophobic.
Exactly. Fuck water. Actually, don't. I like water,
I know. I
but
really
fuck
don't
water.
like that, like, I really don't like that the term hydrophobic doesn't mean afraid of water. It's
It
really
doesn't.
disappointing. No, it's like those fucking surfaces where if you pour water on them, it, like,
Oh
fucking, like,
yeah,
rolls right off.
yeah. That
It's
makes
really
sense.
disappointing that it doesn't just mean some guy that's afraid of just water. I mean, there's not just the ocean, just
Okay,
water.
I was gonna say that's like literally me with the ocean. Because fuck that place.
It's pretty cool. You should check it out.
I have when I was way younger and didn't realize the dangers that lurk beneath. I'm good.
You live in America. What the fuck?
True, but like I'm also someone that lives in Wisconsin. I'm away from all the real dangerous shit. Hopefully,
Are you
I
afraid?
get out.
Do you have similar like feeling towards like lakes, like the Great Lakes,
No, no, actually, because the reasons why I don't like the ocean is like
because of the super
one,
deep shit?
well, one because I can't swim, but that also applies to
Fair.
lakes. But I still like lakes. The main thing is fucking jellyfish, man. I at this point it's becoming an irrational fear. I hate jellyfish so much. Like they're so creepy and they don't discriminate what they decide to sting to death, and they're fucking 3 stories long, which is ridiculous.
SpongeBob must be a horror movie for you then, huh?
Well, no, because that's not. It's like obviously fake jellyfish. I'm not like "Ugh!"
You don't know that. How many jellyfish have you seen in real life?
None, actually,
Exactly.
thankfully, except for like some of the museums. But I'm like, what the fuck? It's a monster. Which reminds me, I was listening to like a podcast and they were like talking about like irrational fears. And I was like trying to think if I had one, but the closest thing I ever had to like an irrational or like a semi irrational fear is like I have like a mild to moderate case of like trypanophobia, which is like the fear of hypodermic needles. Like I, and
Hy What's a
like
like?
like booster shots.
Oh, okay.
like shit like that that you get from like doctors and shit,
Yeah.
and and like IVs and stuff. I found out that I had this. I've always suspected I had this fear because I would always do everything I can to avoid needles as a kid.
Yeah.
But then I realized, as an adult, I went to get my COVID shot,
Yeah.
and I think I posted this on Facebook too. I'm like, I realized I have like this moderately debilitating fear because like I was the whole time while I was sitting there waiting after I talked to the lady, I was like in the corner of my eye, I would subconsciously like look for her who because she was going to administer the shots, and every time she got closer, I felt my heart rate speed up and like my breathing
Oh, yeah.
intensify.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah.
like, damn, this is straight up the signs of like a phobia. Because then when she went to give me the shot, like you know how whenever doctors give you shots, they're like, okay, make sure you don't tense up, otherwise, it's gonna hurt a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
Like it takes every single ounce of my fucking CPU generated brain power to relax when they're about to give me a shot. Like
Yeah,
every fucking
like,
ounce.
you literally, like, feel your body tingling because you're forcing all the muscles to shut down.
Exactly. I'm like
Literally
fucking
fucking control
manually
alt delete it.
stopping.
You're pulling up task manager in your brain and shutting down your muscles.
Exactly.
I literally am the same fucking way. Like, oh god, what? Last time I went to the doctor, like a couple of years ago, they were like, "Oh, you got to get some blood work done." I was like, "Okay, sure." And then they sent me downstairs to get the blood work done, and I fucking didn't realize how awful that would be. Like, because they straight up just shoved the needle into my vein and drew the blood, fucking slowly drew the blood for like 10, 15 seconds. And they were like, all right, only like 3 or 4 more to go. And I was like
Mm.
about to cry on the spot. Like, it didn't hurt that much, realistically, but knowing that it was happening made it hurt like 10 times more, and I was freaking
That's the
out
thing,
so
though.
fucking. I could see the blood going into the fucking
Like they're
needle.
stealing my
Oh my
life force.
god. Well, that part, I mean, they're gonna take it, fucking free game.
Dude, man, I fucking envy the
Ugh.
shit out of people who are like, "Oh yeah, whenever I get a shot, it never hurts." I feel every shot, and like, not all of them hurt, but I feel them, and the fact that I feel them is enough to make my brain like,
Oh yeah, it turns it into fucking like ghost pains.
exactly.
And
Like I
like,
hate it.
it doesn't fucking do shit knowing that it's an irrational fear. Like, that
Because it's
doesn't mean you're not fucking absolutely terrified of it. You're still
hmm
fucking terrified. It's such a not fun experience.
it's really not. And like you could talk to yourself and like other people could talk to you as much as they want, being like, "Oh yeah, nothing bad's gonna happen." And I'm like, I know it's not gonna kill me, but the fact that I
That's
have
what.
to do it is what I don't
That's
want.
not called a fucking rational fear. But, shit. I actually have, it's not nearly as fucking, like, sleep paralysis ifying that it's not as paralyzing would be a
Mm-hmm.
better word. It's not as paralyzing as the needle fear, but I also have a slight irrational fear to spiders.
Mm.
It's something
Oh,
just like the fucking creepy crawly shit. I don't like bugs in general, but spiders in
same.
particular just give me that kind of tingle up my spine.
So like, how
I'll
bad?
still
Like, if
like. It's not like if I see a spider, like the daddy long leg. I live in the basement. I live in my parents' basement. I like there's
yeah,
spiders all around all the time, so I won't fucking have a meltdown if one's around me.
I got you,
But if he told me want to like put one in my mouth or someone would die, it
dude. I
would
don't think,
it would it would take me a while to make a decision.
bro, or someone, dude. Like, I don't even think I have that big of a fear of spider. But if someone told me to do that, I'm like, who's dying? That's my next question.
Well, I mean,
Like,
probably a loved
how
one.
close am I to this
Probably a
person?
loved one. Like
Oh, what kind of
like
spider?
put
All these other
like a
questions.
not
If it
it's
if
like
it's something that's gonna bite me, I'm gonna have to. Oh,
let's say it's a biting spider. It has like venom or whatever. It's not going to kill you, but it has venom in it.
God, just knowing something's gonna bite me.
It's
See
going in,
that?
and no, it's not going to. It's a biting spider. It's not a guarantee it'll bite you.
Oh, that's fucking guaranteed. My not guaranteed. My ass. Anything. See, that's here.
But
That's
if you
my
don't,
thing though.
if it's like, let's say, like with the leg span and everything, it's like the size of the palm of your hand.
That's a
It
big
goes
fucking
in your mouth
spider.
for 1 minute,
That's a
or
no.
Nick
1 minute.
dies.
Oh, dude, that's a long fucking time. No, okay. You know what I would do? I always say this in this situation, and I know it's not gonna work, but I would literally fight life or death. Like I'm not even joking. I would fight life or death to kill whoever has us captive here. And if that doesn't work, then I guess we're all dying. Because there's no fucking way in hell I'm putting the spider the size of my hand in my mouth.
I'd be like, what if Nick did the spider thing and I was the one that got shot?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Honestly, I swear to God, I swear to God, that's a better alternative. And I'm not even joking. And that's the sad part. That's a big fucking spider, and that's a long fucking time.
Yeah, a
Jesus
fucking, oh my god, a minute. Yeah, but
God, that
like
that would be
Nick,
the
you don't.
longest minute. If, I don't even if he chose to kill me, I'd be like, you know what? Understandable. See you on the other side. Fuck, man.
Actually, I mean, I don't interact with big spiders. Actually, I probably shouldn't say. I think the smaller, in my personal experience, like the smaller, like kind of more designed spiders are more like creepy to me.
Oh, like the ones with like patterns and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like because those patterns are basically like nature's way of saying, "Be careful, I can hurt you."
because
But
like
like, I
if it was like one of those like big brown furry spiders, I'd be like, oh shit, I can see that. I would just imagine it's an
you
oversized
mean
like
like
rabid dog or something.
a tarantula, dude? Fuck that noise. Any spider that's larger than like my finger is already too big.
Well, yeah, but imagine something that's like the size of your pinky, but it's just as deadly as a fucking tarantula. Like, you
Honestly,
can't see that shit. You don't know
okay,
where it's going. You fucking see it on your shoulder, you push it off, but you know it's still alive.
okay, I'm gonna be that person, and I'm gonna say when it comes to shit that if it stings, bites, or stabs, size matters. Because like even if it's poisonous, super deadly, it could be like the most poisonous thing on earth. If it's like the size of a quarter, at the very least, I just know if I can just fucking step on the bitch. But I'm not. No way in hell am I gonna fucking step on a goddamn tarantula. Because if
Why
I don't
not?
kill it, if I don't kill it, and like if I miss, you know how big the fangs are on those bitches.
Oh, yeah. I've seen Harry
Fuck.
Potter. I don't know. I know
Yeah.
Spider.
Like for me, I always have like it's not an irrational fear because like if it's in the same room as me, I'm not like deathly afraid of it.
It's
But like
more
I'm
like an
afraid of things.
anxiety than a fear.
Yeah, and like I always go to engage, like in terms of like I'm gonna fucking kill it. But like if it's touching, if like an insect that can cause me any kind of physical pain or discomfort is touching me, that's when I have problems. That's when I fucking wig out. I fucking try to toss it as far as I can, and I fucking sprint full speed to like a safe distance. That being said, I do have another moderately debilitating fear in fucking bees and wasps because they fly and they're fast. I was every whenever I would see them when I was younger, I'd always sprint away at full speed, which I attribute to the reason why I've never been stung my entire life. Never gave them a chance.
There was this reminds me of this one time my dad was at, I think, like a soccer game or a volleyball game or something for my sister, like back when we were in like I think it was elementary school probably. I was
Hmm.
definitely too young to actually remember if I was there or not. Um, he was drinking a Gatorade.
Oh no.
Bee flew into the Gatorade bottle.
Oh no. That's see.
He
That's
didn't
my
know.
like.
He didn't know. He drank it. and got stung.
That shit's my biggest fear. Like ever since I was like in my single digit age when someone told me a story like that. Ever since then, and I still do this to this day, if I'm ever outside and I drink anything, I always shake it and look inside. Like every single time for anything. It could be like a big ass fucking cup. Like
Yeah.
one that has like a wide open top. I always shake it and look inside and see if I see anything.
Oh yeah. No, I think that's definitely fair, because shit like that can happen.
Yeah,
Because if
that's
it you like, even if it's water, I feel like even if it's like a bottle of water, every single bug within a 10-mile radius is gonna be like,
just like
"Oh,
I want to
Deverey's
go
drink.
inside.
I wonder if there's
Exactly.
drugs in there."
No, I just want to go inside of Devery's mouth so I can fuck up his day.
I mean, same.
You know, someone told me a story like that scarred me for life, and that ever since then, like
Yeah,
I'm always checking everything.
one of the people on our bus in high school, like, we were just talking about fucking like the piles of leaves we get during the fall. And she was like, "Oh yeah, one time when I was little, my sister jumped into a pile of leaves and got bit by a fucking centipede. And now I
Mm.
avoid fucking piles of leaves like the plague."
Fucking centipedes, goddamn!
Like,
Like
yeah, that's
that,
not realistic at all that a fucking centipede's gonna bite me while I'm in, because how often do kids jump into piles of leaves and end up fine?
I used to do
But
it
like,
all the time. Good times.
not anymore. Not after hearing that
Nope,
story.
nope. Thanks for ruining the
Like,
fucking
I heard,
childhood.
I heard from my friend online that one of his friends, like 10 years ago, said that one of her friends got bit by a centipede in one of those. So no.
Now I avoid it forever. Shit's fucked, man. All insects ever want to do is fucking bite and sting you because they hate life.
Yeah, I know. Like, most things, like most life has its like purpose, but like fuck at least 50% of all bugs.
Like there are like some of them are so unnecessary, and also they're just echoes of each other. Like we don't need them.
Like,
We
okay,
don't need like
like
40 different types of
bees,
flies.
bees and bumblebees. Like, yeah, they're homies. They pollinate and shit, make flowers pretty and hell and all that jazz. For
Even
like
they're stressed.
wasps,
Yeah, fuck
why?
wasps.
Why?
Like
Why?
wasps, hornets, yellow jackets.
Mosquitoes.
Don't need any of them. All
Like,
mosquitoes.
flies are annoying, but like, I mean, don't frogs eat flies and shit?
Hmm.
Like, I get that. I get that. Like, no. Rest of them, no. Like, half of them can go. Thanos snap them. Get out of here.
Exactly.
You're not wanted.
And like my main question is, why do we need like 40 different types of gnats and 40 different types of flies? Like, come on, they're all just copying each other. They're not original.
Fucking fakers. So I think a pretty general conclusion that we can draw from this conversation is, fuck all life on Earth, make it die.
And wrap me in bubble wrap.
I don't mean just like bugs, I don't mean like humans, just like everything. Life doesn't need to exist.
Same. We're all fucking all everything does is eat each other, us
Exactly.
included. We're all
Exactly.
terrible.
Anyways, how many humanity are you at?
I'm at 30.
Damn!
I figured if by the end of this I might be at like, I don't know. I have a decent amount, and that'll be good for next time. You won't have to grind for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's... Next, obviously, is Sen's Fortress.
Hmm.
I think for whatever... For this next area, I think I'll try and use a lot of my humanity, because I also have a lot right now. How many do you have equipped? You still have 7?
Yep.
Okay. So you've basically got 30 fucking 7.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I remember I was opening up. We have these giant containers to put trays of parts in occasionally for this line that's called like a stealth line where we just make like fucking oil valves for cars.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking opened up this goddamn container box. It's called a row pack. I fucking opened it up and I took the plastic that was inside of it out and I was like putting the box together because it's like something that folds in on itself. I was like unfolding it, and one of the slots where you're supposed to unfold it into each other, there was like some like one of the biggest fucking bees I have ever seen in my entire life.
Holy shit.
Was just fucking chilling in there. I saw that. I fucking leaped like 10 feet in the air and fucking did a. I did like the like the left trigger. No, not the left trigger. Like when you press B in Dark Souls, the back dodge. Except I did that, but like jumped really high in the air. I'm like,
But
what the fuck?
vertical. Holy shit.
Exactly. This
Damn,
thing
so
was fucking.
you've been playing Dark Souls for a long time.
I might as well. That was a fucking mini boss right there. That thing was ginormous. It's like some fucking, probably some like Asian fucking bee queen that got stuck in the thing, and I'm like, this thing needs to die now before it has kids.
Oh shit, yeah, true. Did you kill it?
No, so I had someone else do it.
Oh.
I'm like, person, there's a thing in there, and then like he looked at it, like I was really just pointing it out to him. He's like, no, and he like poked it with like, I don't even know what he poked it with. No, I think he got a shoe. He got a shoe. He smacked it out, and I jumped again because I thought I was gonna fly away somewhere, and then he like
God, yeah,
smacked it on the ground.
I don't care how small the bug is. As soon as it starts flying, I'm
That's
fucking.
it's over.
I turn into a fucking breakdancer.
Dude, it's same. Like when it sprouts its wings, that's when like all cards are out the fucking window. Like I'm not playing around anymore.
I don't understand how people can like not just have like any caution when dealing with bugs like that.
Yeah, some people are like so extremely calm about it. Like on that same line, like 2 or something years later, I was like on the front side of it where you're assembling parts, and this fucking random ass wasp, I swear, it like spawned out of thin air and was sitting on like the like a table next to me.
What was the
I
light level?
I don't know. Apparently not high enough. It. I swear to God, it fucking popped into existence because I was standing there the whole time and it
I
wasn't there before.
wouldn't be surprised at
I
this point.
fucking same, like just random fucking spawning. I told someone like I told one of the technicians about it because I'm like I would love to be a normal person and be able to deal with this shit, but this shit literally cripples me. And dude fucking just got a fucking paper towel and was like, I'm like, how? I wish I could do that. See, I can do that. Like, see, I don't know.
But as they say, young Deverey, bravery isn't the absence of fear; it is the acting when fear happen.
True. Just like that quote in CJ's basement. Like, that's actually a really good quote.
Yeah, true. Like that quote from CJ's basement, like that's
I'm
where it
sorry.
fucking came from.
As far as I'm concerned, it originated down there.
Hold
It's
on.
like being scared shitless, but like saddling up anyway or some
Next
shit.
time I'm over at CJ's, I'm gonna like write that quote down and put it in no context as like that quote in CJ's basement instead
Please
of like
do.
from Batman or whatever.
Like saying from CJ's basement. CJ's basement, fucking 20. I don't even know how old his house is.
Like fucking 2012, I think, because they didn't when they bought the house. basement wasn't finished. God
Oh, gotcha.
damn, I still have memories in like hanging out in CJ's basement before they finished it. Those were the days.
That was back before you guys had to deal with my ass.
We
I'm
did a
sorry for your
fucking
loss.
what?
So that was before you guys met me. So it was like I'm
I
sorry for your
mean,
loss and having to deal with me now.
we've dealt with like 10 times worse than you.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
You're incredibly enjoyable to spend time with
Let's
in
keep.
every fashion,
Oh, thank you. I love all you guys. You're all so cool.
bitch.
I'm like, damn. I wish I actually. Oh, same. I wish I actually stayed in contact with some of my childhood friends, but I don't know any of them. Partially because of moving around frequently, and another part because I did not make very many friends.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of people that I was like friendly with, that I was like friends in school, but as soon as school ended, like a lot of shit changed,
Yeah.
and like I don't hang out with them anymore. So I not only did I get lucky with like CJ and like CJ, Nick, it said like Daniel, but I'm also lucky with the other group of friends that I met in high school, but I never like actually hung out with them until after high school,
Hmm.
and we still like talk on an extremely regular basis and like hang out.
That's pretty cool. That is a good thing to have those kinds of friends around.
I'm extremely lucky to have two groups of friends like that, and I stay grateful. And I'm still depressed.
Same. It's like happiness comes from like everything except for other people, which sucks. Because why
It's
can't other
bullshit,
people just make me happy?
for real. Because Dan absorbs all the fucking serotonin.
True. That's why he's always laughing. He like I don't think I've ever seen Daniel without a smile on his face for more than like a minute.
I know, it's fucking disgusting.
You fucking bastard.
It's also why he can make a drink 50% like fucking hard alcohol and the other 50% is goddamn like cyanide. And he'd be like, "Oh, it's not that strong. No, it's not that strong. No, no, I swear, it's just like I used to have stuff like even stronger than this when I was in college." I was like, "Yeah, you literally drank every single day when you were in college,
Dude,
Dan.
back then it was like 75% cyanide. What you? He's growing immune.
75% cyanide, the fucking 25% bleach."
Like I just imagine Daniel like just slamming these drinks. He gives one to somebody else, and they like fall over
Like it
immediately.
touches their lips and they just go fucking
And
ragdoll.
they,
Their bones melt.
God damn.
I wish you at least once could have seen like Daniel going full party mode. Because like we have the times where like we hang out every once in a while, like at my house. You've been to that one party, but when we used to drive like up to ISU when Dan was going there and like stay at his apartment. Oh my god. Oh my
Would you
god.
guys go hard on the drinks?
He would. Like
Damn.
I've gone hard there like a few times. Sometimes I would have like a few drinks and not like go too, but he was like too much, like a concerning amount. Even for like a fucking college party, a concerning amount of alcohol.
That's apparently something that practice makes perfect on.
Yeah.
That's how I felt with some of the drinks that Angelique would have back in the day. She was able to just destroy them.
Like one time another one of our friends, Matthew, like I think we got to like we had just gotten to ISU. I remember he took like, or maybe it was at his house. I don't remember exactly. He took like 4 or 5 shots within like 20 minutes and was just spent the rest of the night destroyed.
I don't blame
Like
them because
I
that's a lot of
wouldn't.
shots in a small amount of time.
Yeah. Even I used to be a lot more of an alcoholic, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Now I
You
feel
ever
like
got?
four beers is a lot.
There was a point in time where I would drink pretty regularly. I only ever did it with Angeli though, but like
Mm.
pretty often we would go to like the bar that she worked at, like Hanson's, and I got drunk a couple of times. It didn't usually take too much to get me drunk, but
Right, like on the border between drunk and tipsy.
for some reason it did take me a little bit more than the average person because I've always been the kind of person who's like my mental wherewithal is always like conscious about itself. So I'm like I want to. It was hard to tell if I was actually feeling drunk or not because at all points in time, whenever I would even start drinking, I'm like, am I drunk now or am I not?
Well, what were you drinking? Were you having like?
Everything, literally, pretty much everything that you could possibly think of. I would always be willing to try. And since Angela was a bartender, she would always have many different things for me to try.
Were
In the
they
end, though,
like strong though? Do you
some of
know?
them, the
Hmm.
ones that I continued to drink were not though, because the I don't like the thing is I'm really taste dependent when it comes to what I drink. So the more it
Well,
tastes like
yeah.
alcohol, the more I do not drink it.
Oh yeah, and like the less you've had alcohol, both recently and like in your entire life, the more you can like fucking pinpoint the taste,
Mhm.
and
I
that makes
remember
it so much worse.
the first time I got drunk, it was with White Russians, and a lot of and, like I was like I tried beer, but I've tried beer
Oh,
before, and I never really liked the taste of beer. But at one point, I had so many White Russians that beer started to taste like water.
yeah,
So that was like the first time I got drunk, and it was way too much.
yeah, oh yeah.
Could never fucking drink White Russians ever again after.
There was one time I was at a friend's house, and I'd, like at this point I was already like pretty drunk, and I had brought over there was vodka there, and I was like, I really need to hydrate, but I also want to like continue drinking. So drunk me thought it was a good idea to mix water and vodka.
Dude, Angeli did that same thing. I'm like, that's literally like that exact combination. I'm like, that is literally the most disgusting tasting drink I have ever seen. And like,
Well,
oh, dude,
the
that's a
problem was
stack
like
list.
I think I poured like vodka and water like a drink twice. Both times I would like took a couple drinks and fucking knocked it over everywhere.
Oh,
Twice.
oh
Fucking
no.
twice. And like the first time like they got towels and helped me clean it up and shit. The second time I was so fucking embarrassed. I just grabbed my own like hoodie to wipe it up clean, and I just like didn't wear it in the morning when I left.
That's damn. I'm sorry, man.
I felt so bad. That was a very that I think that was one of the last nights period that I ever got like really fucked up. Just because I like it got to the point where the other drunk people had to take care of me, and that's never like
Nope.
a good experience.
Nope. I think I've
Uh,
gotten that like twice before. I was always the person taken care of, or the person who was supposed to take care of other people. And I did my best, as in being like, "Are you all right?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay."
well, I mean, sometimes, usually that's all you really have to. And it's like if they're trying to sleep, just make sure they sleep on their side. Have like a garbage can ready for them. That's really the top of the line.
There was actually a lot of character development that happened between me and Angeli when, like, in the early years of our relationship. I was always the kind of person, thanks to my mom, who hates all kinds of whatever fluid comes out of people's mouth. Vomit, spit, mucus. I can't, like, I'm still that way, but every time
Mm.
I see it, it viscerally upsets me. Like, it's hard to explain. It's just something in my fucking genetic coding that I hate.
I
But
can I can kind of get it.
yeah, so when like Angeli, she used to be friends with a decent amount of people who would also go out drinking, and when they were like, "Oh, I hope you're willing to clean up Angeli's fucking vomit," I'm like, "Nah, no way in hell am I ever touching fucking Angeli's vomit." And then it turns out that's when I learned that that's kind of what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You gotta help look out for them, otherwise they're gonna fucking no drown in the pool in their own vomit
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, literally.
back then I'm like, nah, that shit's gross. I hate it. It's disgusting. I would never do it. And then everything changed on the day that I got drunk, and Angeli helped me out to make sure that I didn't vomit all over the floor.
Yeah.
And that the kind of thing just ended up resonating with me. Like the next day, I'm like, Angeli, I now understand why you say it's important to help someone when they're drunk, because I literally could do nothing to help myself, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you. There's some
No,
real time character development there.
there's also a point where, like, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. There's also a point where, like, if you get, like, that drunk enough on your own, you kind of just
You kind
get,
of learn
like,
how to deal with
drunken
it.
instincts trying to, like, take care of yourself.
She
Like,
did.
you're like,
She did
alright,
have that.
I'm getting to that point. I should keep a garbage can with me literally at all times.
That's exactly what she
Or
did.
one time I got at one of my buddy's apartments, I got this was like fairly recent in the last couple of years. Me and Britt were dating when this happened. I think this was. Oh no, that might have been the day before CJ's wedding. I don't know.
Nice.
Either that or it was like St. Patrick's Day. But we were at their apartment. I got super drunk and I was like, all right, I could feel like my stomach getting ready. Like it was just that moment. Like okay, in the next few minutes, it's gonna happen. Like, it's coming out. So I went over to their sink, because that's the most available spot that there was. Um, both sides of their sink had dishes in them.
Oh
So
no.
I slowly started moving over dishes from one side to the other. And everyone was like, I didn't notice at the time because I was entirely hyper focused on that. But like I was moving all the dishes over as everyone was like looking at me. I threw up in that side of the empty side of the sink. Just I made sure to move all the dishes over so I didn't vomit on their dishes.
Hmm.
And then I fucking after I vomited, sorry, I know you don't like it, the
No, you're good.
imagery,
It's fine.
but like I turned the water on and I like got the soap out and cleaned out their sink to try and get the vomit part
How
away.
courteous of
And
you.
they actually remember that. You usually like at that point of being drunk you don't remember a lot, but I remember specifically every step of the way, all the things I did. And then they started telling the story and you're like, "Oh yeah, you threw up on our dishes and started doing the dishes while you were drunk." Like, "No, the fuck I wasn't."
That's not how that went.
Fuck you. I was being courteous to you. Next time I'll vomit on your dishes. No, I won't. I'm kidding.
I've vomited many times from getting drunk, but I've never like forgotten things. Actually, no, that's not true. There was one time I got so drunk that I started forgetting things that were currently happening, but I don't think I've ever gotten drunk to the point to where I don't remember like going to bed or like heading home.
I mean, I don't think I have either. There's definitely things that people are like, "Oh, this happened that night," and I was like, "Oh, I don't remember." But I also just have a shitty memory,
Mm.
so I'm not sure how much of that is actually attributed to the alcohol.
I'll have 4 alcohols, please.
Oh my fucking god, dude. I have 62 humanity.
I have 37. We're gonna have so many. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna last 3 sessions this time instead of 2.
Oh no, it's gonna last forever. Don't say that.
I've been getting a lot less, I will say.
My number's been pretty steady, actually.
Like, I had that burst of like an hour. I think I had like a like in a mobile game when you pay $5 for the next hour,
And you get all like the
you'll get like
extras.
50% chance to get humanity instead of a 5% chance. But now I'm back to the 5% chance.
You're gonna say except subtract an hour to like 10 minutes, and then have the payment be like $10.
Right, I said sorry. It's a mobile game, not a fucking
Exactly, not a good gamer.
not a triple A game.
Fucking mobile games, dude. Fucking microtransactions are like that shit. Actually gives me like real life runs.
I
It
mean,
makes
if
me so
it's
upset.
it makes me upset in most cases, but like with me and CJ like talking about developing a game for mobile, if it's like a free game and they're like, "Oh, paid like $2 for this in-game currency for like cosmetics." Like, all right, I mean, cosmetics, no big deal.
Yeah, but yeah, no, cosmetics are fine. It's when you like to make any progress in the game, you have to pay money to do it. Where I'm like, you know what?
Like
Why
the
even buy
fucking
the game in the first place?
like when the game has like fucking lives systems or like your buildings can only work for an hour or like shit like that and you have to pay your microtransaction money for the game to continue to be played. Yeah, no. No, yeah, that's
The pay to play kind of shit is what
yeah,
really irks me. Like
exactly. Yeah, it's
pay to
fucking
win, pay to win is like a lesser degree because that includes stuff like DLC and stuff. But like it usually adds extra content that like like it's usually stuff that's better than the base game stuff, but it's not like you need it. It's like it's good to have. The pay to play shit though, that's the shit that makes me like, why even bother installing this game in the first place?
yeah. No, definitely. I think it would sting a lot less if money was more accessible in general.
True, if I didn't have to fucking pour every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears into an 8 hour shift in my life just to be able to get some.
Just to get a fucking spark of dopamine.
Dude, man, in a perfect world,
So not our world,
fucking
continue.
true. In a perfect world, like the shit's reversed. You get 5 days off, but you only have to work 2 days a week, and they make the same amount of money we do.
I wouldn't think so. I think in a perfect world, you you could work like maybe 4, 5 days a week, um, and you come home not completely exhausted and mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually drained from your 17 hours of physical pain. You don't wake up crying, regretting being born because of the life that you've been forced into,
Johnny, is there something you want to tell me?
run by corrupt people. Where your parents have gotten used to the world that is run by corrupt people, so they tell you to just get used to it,
Which is really sad
and you
because
know that's
what
like
has to happen.
completely wrong and not like not humane, but you gotta fucking do it anyways.
Nah, that world sounds terrible. I want my 2 work weeks a day. There's some alternate universe where they have that, and they have the good shit. Give it to me, those bastards.
Because there's the whole fucking like, oh,
It
do
would
what
be
you
cool.
love and you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah, but doing what I love pays like ten
Nothing.
dollars a month, so
Yeah, like literally
and I
nothing.
have to spend $300 a month to be able to do it. So
Can I make money by watching my favorite YouTubers? Because if so, I'd be rolling in it.
like if I became like a I've even thought about like I would think it would be cool to be like a big streamer, but I wouldn't want to do that forever. I think I would do that for like a few years if I became super huge. I would do it for a few years and then focus on what I actually want to do.
Yeah.
But if I
Unfortunately,
did, I would definitely make you like my co-stream boy.
I would definitely be willing to be on, but I have this thing like
No, I know. I
very
know.
strictly like against fame. Just because while fame is like inherently cool, I've always like deep down on the surface and like like deep down and on the surface. I mean, like I've always been a bit of a loner, so having
Yeah,
random people, like
yeah, I
even
get
when I
you.
play random games like online, I one of the things that irks me is when people add me as a friend. I'm like, "Nah, I don't want to be your friend. I never met you in real life, so I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, that is absolutely who you are.
Like I'm always talking
Oh
to like I don't want
no.
to know fucking randos in my party. Is bullshit.
And on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, my absolute favorite, like, times in games. Well, I mean, my favorite times in games are like the first thing I think of is like Destiny raids with my brother and his friends. Okay, that's one thing. Second favorite probably is like just solo queuing in Overwatch, and I run into like a bunch of randoms that are like, we just play the same, and then we all queue up and we have a six stack of just random people I don't know, and we win like 10 games.
That's a
That shit's a
good.
lot of fun. So I though that we definitely aren't the same there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I don't know why. Like what it is. It's just there's something about randos that make me really upset. Like I'll play shit on like I used to play GTA 5 a lot. And I'm gonna get back into it at some point. But like we would always do heists, and heists always require four people, like four either friends or random people to join.
Right.
But I've played every single heist so many times. I already know exactly what I need to do, and I've like 9 times out of 10, I'm the person who literally does all the objectives and then
Mhm.
gets everyone out in like less than 10 minutes. And then afterwards, everyone's like, "Oh, do you be my friend? Can you help me with this heist or whatever?" I'm like, "No, fuck. I'm here for the mission to make some money, and I'm moving on with my life."
Yeah, because then they're just gonna. No, yeah, those people are definitely the ones that are like fucking, help me grind this shit. I was like, no.
I'm saying I'm grinding for myself,
I'm like,
and like I don't
they're
know.
just trying to take advantage of you, Deverey. Don't listen to them.
But there's also like the people who are good at the game and they just want another person to like have like do stuff with. And I'll like I'll like follow up and be like, okay, I'll do like the rest of this heist since it needs a couple more missions still and do that. But then like literally like after like 2 or 3 missions or like after whenever we finish, I'm like, all right, I'm never talking to you ever again. Now bye. I'm like, I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
really bad with
totally.
keeping up with randos. Or like
Definitely
talking to
can't be me.
randos or being friends with randos.
Absolutely cannot be me. God, it fucking boggles me how many online friends I've made, like, period. Not just the people like from my stream. They're
Hmm.
probably like the like best online friends I've had. Like just nicest, most like friendly, most reliable people. Just I've met a lot of people online that I like keep up with for at least a few months. And honestly, it's a shame.
Don't worry, they're still your friends deep down.
Some of them I really hope not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got like, I don't know what my problem is though. Like, because I would consider like, what if one of my favorite YouTubers asked me to be? Because I've asked myself this a couple times. What if one of my favorite YouTubers asked me to be their friend to play games with them? I would be like, no, because you're cool. You're a cool personality, but like not only do I not know who you are, you don't know who I am. And
But
what
that's
if you
also
hate?
like their
What if I hate
personality
you?
their personality for the yeah, true. Their personality for the sake of entertainment is a lot different than for the sake of like friendship and
Mhm. Like I know
bullshit.
some people's dream is to like fucking play video games with like
Dream.
Markiplier or like Dream or some shit, but
Their
like
dream is to play with Dream.
it's saying like but like if I were ever given the opportunity, like even if I met them randomly online, I'd be like, all right, I'm sorry, but you're just another rando.
Yeah,
I get more enjoyment playing with like my actual friends than I do with
right.
like
Fucking
teaming up with random people.
PewDiePie. I don't give a shit about Pewter Pill.
You say Peter Pill.
I think once I hit 70 humanity, done.
That's fair. What am I at now? I'm at 43. Damn, that number shot up.
Shit. Yeah, you were like, oh, man, I only have 3 humanity.
Bro, I
Aw,
did only.
this
I swear to
sucks. This sucks. That was like 2 hours ago.
God. This is
That
actually
was
legend.
less than, that was like an hour and a half ago.
I'm saying, like, now, if you complain about it enough, it happens. Just like fucking Overwatch queues.
It's so painful that that's actually a fucking.
It's so accurate. Like,
It's
literally, the second.
legitimately confirmed. That happens all the time. You
Like, we'll
say
be
like,
sitting in
man,
a
this
queue for
queue
like 8
sucks.
minutes.
This queue
As soon
sucks. Within the next
as.
30 seconds, you'll get a game.
I don't know why. It especially applies when you say something. It's like your brain's like, oh, we
Yeah,
should have been
I
in the
mean,
game by now.
games
Game's like, damn, what?
really. Games that I like have a very, very fun, cool feature that they don't like me.
Don't worry, it's not just the games that you like; it's the games you don't like
Like,
too.
I actually kind of want to, like, start compiling like a compiling a compilation of all the times other people playing Reinhardt in Overwatch get the most bullshit pins on me, where like I'm half a mile above them, and then another compilation of all the times I hit the shift button and there's 18 people lined up in a single file line in front of me, and I get I get fucking pushed off the map somehow. On a map that doesn't have any environmental spots.
Like you fucking fall through the floor before you even come in contact with any of them.
It's ridiculous. Like it's not. I feel like I know I get mad at a lot of games for like just random bullshit because I'm bad. This is something that's legitimately like it happens on such a regular basis.
This is like a passive debuff that you have.
It
Like
really is.
when you were born, you got to choose between like a various set of passive debuffs, and one of them is
Huh.
when you
I
specifically when you play Reinhardt, everyone gets better luck than you do
I
all
was
the
like
time.
I was like, oh, I don't know who the fuck Reinhardt is. Whatever. I'll just not play that game ever.
Fucking 20 something years later. Well, this game looks pretty
Uh,
cool. Actually, when did you start playing Overwatch? Was it like
I played Overwatch. I started probably like a couple months after it came out. Fun fact: I don't know if I've ever told you the story of how I started Overwatching. Um, so a few months before the game came out, my brother was telling me about this game called that like constantly just talking about this game called Battleborn. He was like, "Oh yeah, there's this Battleborn game coming out. Like they've been talking about it for a while. I'm super hyped. Are you gonna play it with me? You wanna get it with me?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm not really into it." 3 months
mm,
later, game comes out, and my brother's like, "Hey, are you gonna get Overwatch?" I was like, "Wait, what about Battleborn?" He's like, "Oh, that game sucks. You're gonna get Overwatch?"
this all the game sucks.
I was like, I don't know. It doesn't seem all that interesting to me." He's like, "If I buy it for you, will you pay me back eventually?" I was like, sure, whatever. I'll do it." And then I played with him and his friends for like 2 months, and he had a LAN party at our house with his friends and invited me to play with them. And then they stopped playing, and I didn't.
The It's just how it goes. Like first,
That
you just need that
was
one person to introduce
5
you,
years ago.
and you've been dying ever since.
Yeah, that's really when it started kicking off. That was the climax of my depression.
I'm so sorry. It's so interesting when you're like introduced to a game by people who are really into it, and then like they stop playing and you keep playing. If you ever go back to it with those people, if they haven't played since, they're just like, "What the fuck? Why are you like level 1,000,000 and are godlike at this game?"
Well, godlike is a very strong word. But also, that's kind of like Terraria for us.
Mm,
Like, with how much you've gotten into the fucking game, you probably know more about the game than I do.
unfortunately, and there are things I wish I didn't know, like how bullshit it is.
Uh,
Like that's how it kind of was because my brother, well, my second oldest brother used to always beat me at Smash Bros. Like all the time,
Oh
specifically Smash
God.
64. Like I would lose every single game against
Oh
him.
yeah.
But then like after a while, I don't know, he stopped playing and I always kept playing. And now every time we play, it's like actually no contest, which is why I don't play Smash Bros with people who I'm friends with anymore. There's like a certain point to where if you go far enough, like even semi-competitively, you just cannot play with normal people anymore.
Oh yeah. Because like you try and take it easy, but it literally just feels like time goes like 10 times slower,
Exactly.
and like you kind of want to like take it easy, but then that's still too hard, and you go baby mode, and you're like, I feel bad that I'm going baby mode for this person.
Same. Like I know you don't want me to go easy on you, but it's either this or the raffle stomp, and I know you don't want that either. My ability to sandbag in Smash Bros did get better over the course of going to college because um I there was it was coupled with the fact that there was people who actually provided decent competition, and then there was also friends that I had who I didn't want to beat all the time.
Was I decent competition, Deverey?
You were good. There's definitely people worse who played the game way more than you did.
Oh,
So
you're trying way too hard to sugarcoat it.
no, I'm being serious. Like there are people who played the game like way more than you did, and they're straight up just worse than you. Like actually, and I feel bad for them.
The thing is, like, I used to play the game. It's surprising. Before, like, I kind of tried to get competitive with Smash. I used to play it a lot more, like casually, just fucking around and fucking Smash Bros. Brawl. Ooh.
Hmm. I love Brawl.
And then I started kind of getting introduced to the competitive side of Smash, and I don't know, just since then I haven't played as much. Like there was a while that like me, CJ, Nick, and like that whole group were getting super competitive with Smash,
Hmm.
but after that I really haven't gotten out super.
And I feel really
Like I don't
bad
play a
for
lot.
CJ because he was talking about how he was always like one of the best Smash Bros player like out of his immediate friend group. But
Yeah.
like
Oh,
we
absolutely.
there was this really big well, me and CJ had this close tight knit group of friends between both of us and our other friends Raphael and Nate.
Hmm.
And a lot of the times when it came down to us all playing against each other in like 1v1 scenarios, CJ usually got the shit into the stick. So
Yeah.
like his dreams of like becoming really good at Smash Bros. I wouldn't say they died, but they did falter a
Well,
decent amount.
I mean, the thing is, when you fucking spend your whole life fucking fighting training dummies, and then you immediately go on to fucking level 5,000 bosses. Yeah, you're gonna get kind of fucking humbled.
True. I remember
He really went from the fucking bottom to the top of the barrel.
I felt so bad for him. But there were times where CJ was still pretty good at the game though. Like there were times where like he even fucked me up. I'm like, damn man. But then there became a point in time where, and we had a local scene that was like kind of competitive,
Mm,
and CJ didn't really take part of it, but me and Raphael did, and Nate did sometimes, and we just kind of skyrocketed
mm.
past them in terms of 1v1 abilities.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's the way it goes.
I actually I told you about my coworker that like I mentioned Smash and he started freaking out.
Yeah,
I really wanna I want to start playing again because of him. I
you
just
fuck him
want to
up,
see I want to see how good he is.
beat him up.
Like IRL.
No, no,
All
no,
right,
no.
I'll
We don't.
fucking
We don't want to go to jail.
says you.
I remember CJ was talking about how he wasn't sure if I he wasn't sure if I would be able to beat Chris. He's like, "Oh, Chris is pretty good at the game. Whatever, you might have a run for your money." And I was like, "Oh yeah, all right, let's go." And then the very first time me and Chris fought was not really a contest, and I felt bad. Like Chris was good though, but he's
Mhm.
like there are levels, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like that's it probably wouldn't have been like if you told me, I probably would have been like, yeah, no, poor Chris. Guy.
Like I think to myself, like, man, I've played Halo for however many years, and then I still see some of these fucking kill montages that some people do, and I'm like, how the actual
Oh
fuck?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like how do you have that kind of hand-eye coordination? So you could shoot that one pixel that is someone's head with the unscoped sniper rifle from the whole map away?
Yeah.
Like how?
Yeah. I've actually noticed the same like as I like the recent years I've been getting competitive with Tetris. It's the same like obviously with
Dude,
fucking
dude, top level
with
Tetris is
Doremi,
insane.
how fucking
Holy fuck!
you're planning like 5 pieces ahead and shit. Oh my god.
I actually just straight up don't think I have the mental capacity to be able to do that.
Yeah, I
Like
wouldn't
my
think
brain
so
doesn't go
either,
that
but
fast.
I've seen how I mean it takes a lot of fucking focus and also drugs for me to like be able to like keep a consistent like speed with Tetris.
Hmm.
But like I've also been I think I picked up like like seriously playing Tetris sometime in high school. And I've kind of been going since then with Tetris.
Damn,
And
that's a
we started playing Tetris Effect, and Nick was all upset that he wasn't as good as me with his like 4 or 5 months of playing like once or twice a week, as opposed to me probably playing. I mean, obviously it was on and off,
years.
but like literally
Still,
playing for like
that experience matters.
7, 8 years.
That's like how I was when I kept getting killed by you in Minecraft when we would try to do various Minecraft PvP type
Yeah.
shit. Like, this is bullshit.
Oh my god. I used to do so much fucking Minecraft. Then again, you fucking 1v1 me in filing taxes, you'll probably kick my ass.
I don't even file my own taxes. It's all through like online shit. Like
Well,
everything does it for me these days.
might as well be GG anyways. Is that you?
What?
Did you just rest at the bonfire?
Uh, I mean, I've been running back and forth
I just saw the ghost of a guy with
with the boar helmet.
the boar helmet
It could have been me if he
run
had a
by,
halberd.
and I'm pretty sure he had a halberd.
Well, it is me.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right, man. I think I'm done for the night. I've been at 70 for a while and sitting at the bonfire and chilling.
Gotcha. I'm at 54.
Damn. You gonna keep going for a little bit?
Nah, I'm
That's
done.
fair. Yeah, it should keep us. Actually, I'm gonna run back to the Andre bonfire.
Oh, true. I'll also run back to that bonfire.
Actually, You know, I'm not actually gonna stop yet. Because I have 17,000 souls. I'm not using it to level up because that feels unfair.
Oh,
Did you
oops.
already, have you been using
Yeah.
it to level up? What
Well,
soul
I
level
only
are
got
you?
I only got enough to get it to get up one level because my levels cost like 13,000.
Yeah. What level are you at right now?
I will check right after I run to this bonfire.
Uh,
That's the wrong button. Oh my god, I accidentally used the humanity, but what I didn't know is that if you use humanity, it heals you.
yeah.
That's interesting. I'm running to the bonfire because I don't want these things to stab me in the butt. I didn't know humanity's healed me. Man, anytime I'm about to die, I can just pop a humanity and I'll be good. They're like discount Estus less. I am level 47.
Oh, okay. We're the same level then.
Nice. What if we got so many humanities that we just healed using them?
Well, those are not really. Well, I mean, technically they're renewable if we spend 30 hours every week
That's true.
to get them back. But like,
I mean, like in a pinch though, probably not a bad idea.
still,
Like if we
they're
just had
expendable, and every time you rest at a bonfire, if you've kindled it, then that's 10 Estus right there.
true. What if I could use one of these if I ran out of Estises, like if I was a phantom on your end? How many arrows do I have? 400. That sounds about right. That should be good for a while. I guess I could buy some more. Oh,
Max out on arrows as well.
okay. Got 53 humanities. Life is good.
Only 3.
Leave me alone. Just because you have a bigger number than me doesn't mean you're better.
Figure's literally always better.
Not in terms of depression.
Yeah, there's I got better depression than you, get fucked.
No, your depression is worse.
Yeah, I know. That's what I just said. Get fucked.
No, no, you.
Okay. My get fucked is better than yours.
No, mine's bigger.
Okay. Yes.
So, do we fight that Drake, that red Drake that you just ran past? Do we fight him again, or do we have to kill him there?
You'll have to kill him there.
Oh, fuck. I kind of want to do that. Is he
I
hard
mean,
to
he's
kill?
not even he's not even technically a boss. More like an NPC. that breathes fire on that bridge, and you can also, by chance, kill him if you want. I don't even think you get really anything particularly good out of it. Since it's so early in the game, you probably don't even get a lot of souls.
Oh, but I want to kill him so that way he never bothers me again.
Okay. Alright, Deverey. Well, thanks for playing again.
Yeah, next time we will probably use about half of our humanity dying, and I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Well,